Today, we're gonna test coolers. Hi guys, it's Dave and Jim from MagLab. So let's get started with this test. So with our cooler tips, the first thing you'll notice is that we tell you to pre-cool your cooler. And so we've done just that. Now that my cooler is cold, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna load it up completely to capacity. So if it says it takes 12 cans, I'm gonna put 12 cans. If it says 18, I'm putting 18. I've got a can here with a thermocouple glued to the side of it. This allows me to monitor the temperature of the can the whole time throughout the test. And that guy is gonna go smack dab in the middle of my cooler. All right, let me go grab some ice.
We do want to record how much ice we're putting in the cooler. And Dave had told you he put 12 cans in because this says it's a 12 can cooler. And we always want to make sure that you have enough room for the advertised amount of cans, that they're going to fit no problem, and then also you can put a reasonable amount of ice in there. A lot of store-bought bags are standard size. We want to get that size bag in if at all possible. And if you can't, we want to record the amount that's in there during the testing. So we're performing this test in a climate-controlled room. It's a 70-degree room. And also the ice that we're going to put in this, it is preconditioned. We precondition the ice so that the test will be repeatable, but also so that it is at the same temperature you would get a bag of ice from if you went to a store and you got it out of the commercial freezer. We try to keep the test to duplicate the experience that you would get using it in real life. So we're going to put the ice in, broken up, just like you would normally do when you get your ice. And we're going to record how much goes in. And then we're ready to start the test.
So the scale we use to measure the amount of ice that we're putting in the cooler, then we can log that so that when we repeat testing, if we need to, we use the same amount of ice each time, controlling as many variables as possible. So while the test runs, we're gonna come in, we're gonna open the cooler 4 times a day. Each time it opens, we're gonna shake it around. We're gonna let the ice redistribute. This is kind of like the way you might use your cooler. You're not gonna just leave it sitting in a dark room. We're monitoring the temperature while the test is running. Once we've gone above 40 degrees Fahrenheit with that instrumented can, that's the FDA's food safe temperature, we stop the test, we report the number of hours that everything in your cooler stayed cold. So now next time you go and buy a new cooler, you know that the number of hours that we say your stuff will be cold is how long it'll be cold. Enjoy.